there.
Yeah, it's already like 2.
Yeah. Welcome back to this channel, which is the show. I don't know. I can't think of a thing to say. Last time we whooped Mickey Mouse's ass and talked about the Screaming Wars.
Part 2.
Part 2. This time, I don't know. I guess we'll talk about other stuff we've been doing lately. Remember this, I have to find like a treasure. Now the light's still on. Mr. Krabs' light's on too.
Oh, speaking of Cynthia, actually, I guess I could talk about the new Pokemon episodes.
I guess
because there was like 2 since the last time. Since the last time I acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Well, 3 if you count the Leon versus Elaine thing that I never talked about. Well. Okay, so, you know how a while ago I mentioned how Pokemon was doing the whole Masters 8 tournament?
Yeah.
Which is basically like the 8 best Pokemon trainers in the world.
Yeah.
And like how during that time I talked about who would be finding who. Well, Leon versus Elaine was a stomp on Leon's part. You absolutely decimated Elaine. And pissed off a ton of Elaine fans, apparently. Or, well, technically just XYZ fans who wanted Elaine to go further, I guess. Even though he was, like, deliberately put next to fucking Leon, the undefeated champion of the world.
Yeah. Literally.
But since then, 2 more battles have happened. First was Diantha versus Lance, and the other one was Cynthia versus Iris. And I will now go into detail about them. Because I'm bored, and really we have nothing better to talk about.
Well, I have some old stuff, but okay, you go on first.
Yeah, but you've been talking about it for a while. I'm pretty sure you want your voice to rest for a little.
That is true.
So, first let's talk about Diantha versus Lance. What happened in this one was basically, it was literally, both episodes have just been one long battles each, I guess. Diantha takes on Lance, and everyone was expecting Lance to win because he was the previous #2 trainer in the world in the last tournament. Also because a lot of people have no faith in Diantha, especially thanks to the video game.
Yeah.
And what ultimately ended up happening, ironically enough, was Diantha won. I think the funniest part about that episode was the fact that, like, Jessie was straight up against Diantha because she doesn't like her since Diantha was a celebrity. But then the second that Diantha busts out Gorgeist, which Jessie has owned, and was one of her signature Pokemon during the XYZ stuff, she immediately starts cheering for Diantha to win because she cares that much about Gorgeists. And yeah, it does fairly good. By fairly good, I mean pretty sure responsible for at least 2 of the Pokemon that Lance lost. Yeah. Diantha ultimately pulls in the win by using strategy, but that means she used double barriers and Trick Room and shit. Trick or Treat too. I mean, not Trick Room, Trick or Treat. Double barriers means that she used Light Screen and Reflect, which, you know, basically make physical and special attacks kind of worth less on them.
Yeah.
And Trick or Treat is basically a move that makes Pokemon weak to ghost moves. And she took advantage of that.
How fun.
Anyways, ultimately, Mega Gardevoir beat out Dynamax Gyarados. So yeah, that time she won.
Nice.
And honestly, it's a win Diantha needed because everyone's given her a ton of shit for being the weakest champion for the longest time.
Yeah.
Because X, Y, and Z is the X, Y games were really easy, and X, Y, and Z had her have a challenge with Ash Greninja, which doesn't even make sense considering how Ash was already at the position where his main opponent in that series was Elaine, a guy who got into the top 8 without being a champion.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyways, the next battle was Cynthia versus Iris, and Cynthia was stone cold in this episode.
What do you mean?
First of all, she flinches at nothing. So much so that when her Milotic gets tossed over her and gets passed down one hit from the Pokemon she's just fighting, she doesn't even look behind her or anything. It only really smiles when she puts her back into the ball. But anyways, Cynthia battles Iris, and Iris gives it her all, and really again impresses the Pokemon community, who did not like her in Black and White, and basically started to grow to love her in Journeys, because her Journeys characterization is significantly better.
Yeah.
Anyways, she's also the first person to have ever knocked out any of Cynthia's Pokemon. Cynthia has, over the course of the anime's history since her introduction, never lost a single Pokemon.
Wow.
And she managed to take down 2 of them. Yeah. The first one was a fucking, what's its name again? Anyway, basically it gets knocked down by Iris' Extra Drill with a 1-hit KO move.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was impressive because 1-hit KO moves only work when the Pokemon's stronger than the other one. And even then it only has a 30% chance of hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next Pokemon was Milotic, which, as I mentioned, got taken down in 1 hit, but her Haxorus, but also managed to take down Excadrill in 1 shot, and beat the ever-loving crap out of Iris' Dragonite fairly easily by also giving it a concussion. And then after it gets knocked out, it's a battle between Haxorus and Garchomp. Motherfucker, when she busts out the Garchomp, they literally start playing organ music. I have to find it, but this is legitimately something that happened.
Damn.
Am I hearing boss music back? Oh, shit.
Same reaction when people are watching Sephiroth's reveal trailer for Smash Live.
Yeah.
Am I hearing boss music?
Why do I hear boss music? I could. Here, I think it was. I have to hope. They literally bust up the organs and fucking church choir.
Horrifying.
This Pokemon is legitimately horrifying for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Damn
Garchomp.
It's known for wiping out, for completely destroying Nuzlocke and shit. That Pokemon is a monster.
Yeah. I've heard the horror stories.
Yeah. And more impressively, because somebody's I'm gonna take you seriously, then puts on some lip gloss before revealing it's actually a keystone and she Mega Evolves Garchomp.
You cannot run from a trainer battle.
You cannot run from getting your ass kicked by Cynthia, apparently.
So how'd you become the Dark Lord? It's not an easy story. I used to work in a banana factory. I made lots and lots of HP bananas every day. I wonder whether I'd be making bananas forever. I wonder whether I'd be happy with that life. And when I thought about that, I heard a voice. I'll give you power, it said. I'll turn you into the most powerful being. I was so tempted by that voice, it led me to open a forbidden box. Something black flew out and took hold of me. It was really scary. It stole my body and turned me into the evil Dark Lord. Hey, are you listening?
That's terrible.
By the way, the person the curse is hold of now is Great Sage Ness. Sans, my mentor. No, not the Great Sage.
Did you not realize?
Not Sans Undertale.
That doesn't make sense. We actually do have Sans as a character in this one.
Yeah.
Lazy Guard.
Blue Snail. Yeah. Other stuff that's happened. I've been playing more Ace Attorney lately. I finished the 4th case.
Nice.
And apparently,
that's the original ending of the first game.
Yeah, because of one line of dialogue that explicitly drops a year, the entire timeline has been figured out. As in when.
Yeah. Like, if you didn't know, everyone's known this for the longest time. Yeah. But the original Ace Attorney game took place in 2016.
Yeah, and I'm in like 2017, so like 5th case. One with Emma Sky.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
But yeah, imagine like realizing because this game came out in like 2001, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like playing this game and like saying this is 2016 because like it's mentioned that the DL6 incident happened in a specific year, but it was like 15 years ago. So the fact that they gave the DL6 incident an actual like date is what gives the entire timeline away. That's why people joke around like how the DL6 incident is, well, it's the most important incident in the entire series for multiple reasons, but timeline-wise, it's literally the most important thing because it's like the only linchpin of time we know of.
Yeah.
But yeah, imagine the only reason you have a timeline for a game franchise is because of a in-game incident that happened long ago.
Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts? What's a timeline?
I mean, we don't have specific years for those games. But because Ace Attorney takes place in a weird-ass version of the real world, we actually do have a specific time. Yeah. That means any time skip happening would cause that amount of years to happen. So the most recent Ace Attorney games take place somewhere in the 2020s, I think.
Yeah.
Because 2016, pretty sure that the rest of the games all happening over the course of a year, like a year after one another, or something like that. Because like I'm pretty sure like throughout those games, Maya keeps on aging about a year.
Yeah.
So 2017, 2018, then a 7-year time skip. So 2025 for Apollo Justice. And from there, I think most of these games take place 1 year after another again. So,
yeah.
2026 for Dual Destinies and 2027 for Spirit of Justice. And Great Ace Attorney takes place in like the fucking 1800s, so we can't really say anything about that one.
Yeah. Cool. I'm just wasting the last of my annotators as we're about to end up. The game's about to be over.
Yeah, you might as well just.
I'm just grinding relationship bond levels. I just wanted to get this one as high as I could. Okay. Anyway, yeah, Case 4 is certainly something. Manfred von Karma is a bitch.
Chases you inside.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine getting tased inside of a fucking police office.
Yeah. This one. Isn't there security cameras there even?
I don't think they give a shit.
Yeah.
Because the game treats it, because it originally takes place in Japan,
Yeah.
and it's like not even the real Japan, but like a weird ass. The entire game was basically a call out of the Japanese justice system for the longest while.
Yeah.
More specifically, how they treat like how they treat like people who get like caught for committing crimes. So no, guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
So because the Japanese have a stigma against people who are considered criminals, they also have a stigma against defense attorneys, which is why like so many people treat Ace, the Ace Attorney of the franchise, like all of them. But I mean, not just Phoenix, but Apollo, Athena, and fucking Miles during the investigation stuff.
Yeah.
As like scum, because like they're protecting criminals.
Yeah.
Basically, so a lot of people view like defense attorneys and stuff like that as no better than actual like criminals.
How fun! Yeah, that game is pretty fun. A lot more invested in it than I thought I would be.
Yeah.
Even though the characters have kind of been ruined for me due to some parodies I've seen made by one of my friends. So.
Say what you will, but yeah, they're fun.
Ace Attorney is a pretty cool game.
So shame Ace Attorney Investigations 2 is never gonna come out to the West.
Didn't people say the same about Great Ace Attorney?
The difference here is that Ace Attorney Investigations 2 was a DS game.
Can't they just remake it?
I mean, they can, I guess, but not many people got the chance because Ace Attorney Investigations 1 was not a lot of people's favorite. Especially that final case.
Yeah. Fair, I guess.
But Investigations 2 is a fucking masterpiece of a game.
But does Capcom care?
No.
Okay.
They might actually, but you know what I mean.
You see, if we get a fourth Capcom character in Smash, it's gotta be Phoenix, right? It'd be funny.
I'm a bet right now.
What?
If they ever like throw in a fourth Capcom character, what?
We already have Ryu, Ken, and Mega Man.
Yeah. If I'd have to guess on what Capcom character would be next, I'm gonna just throw in the funny guess and say Morgan. That'd be an even more obscure character.
Yeah. Alright, how about the next Bandai Namco character?
What does Bandai Namco do that they haven't already put in?
Soul Calibur?
They might put in Nightmare, I guess.
Dark Souls? Elden Ring most recently?
People have always been talking about like one of the Dark Souls protagonists.
Yeah, that would be cool. Konami? Or is Konami just kind of a...
Bandai Namco also has the right to things like Digimon and
Yeah.
Dragon Ball. So, they finally pulled the meme and go for Goku.
Yeah. What was that one? Konami? Any other Konami characters? We have 3 already.
We have Snake and we have...
Simon and Richter.
Yeah.
I'd say Bomberman.
Raiden, maybe?
Yeah. Or Bomberman if the upgrade assists. Or what? Someone from Silent Hill. Maybe. What about Sega?
Miku.
We already have Sonic, Bayonetta, and Joker.
It's probably gonna be Kiryu, but I wanted to throw in the Miku joke.
I'd say the SMT5 protagonist.
Yeah, that's a decent choice.
Why not? Who else? What else is in Smash? Square Enix. We have Cloud, Hero, and Sephiroth.
And Sora.
Sora is owned by Disney.
I know, but everyone counts that.
Smash doesn't.
Yeah.
So, 4th Square Enix character.
I'm
gonna say Getch the Gecko.
I'ma say...
Or Chrono.
Honestly, Chrono wouldn't be a bad choice. Especially because it would fit with the whole Smash Brothers fitting in for gaming history.
Yeah. Who else? Microsoft. We have Banjo and Steve already. And they're in the process, and they've since bought Bethesda and are in the process of acquiring Activision.
I'm gonna say if I were ever to get a Microsoft character again, I would honestly say Master Chief would be the best choice.
Yeah. Best to represent the first-person shooter genre as well. I'd go for Crash Bandicoot, or Spyro.
Yeah.
Spyro's been my dream character. Level 29. We're good. SNK. They only have Terry.
I don't know.
Freaking.
They'd probably just choose another character.
Maybe an Echo Fighter.
Yeah.
And then there's Disney. Apparently Disney's a lot more open to licensing and stuff out for games and crossovers these days.
I wouldn't put it past them just to like throw in.
Club Penguin.
I was gonna say Donald just for the shits and giggles.
I'd say the most realistic choice is like Roxas as an Echo Fighter.
Yeah, that's honestly the most accurate.
Because and maybe
I wonder what the title for level 30 is for this.
I forget what it is. Look, a bottle. It's totally a message. It says, better luck next time.
When we reach the point where we're like...
almost done with all of these tickets. What? So yeah, that's all the third-party companies in Smash, currently with a playable character. What about other companies that don't have a playable character? We could get Ubisoft. No, please don't.
No.
Though if they do Ubisoft...
I wouldn't put past them to put one of those rabbits in there.
Rayman first, please. Microsoft and Disney are the only non-Japanese companies with a playable fighter. Both American. Glorious America. I also read somewhere that all of the Microsoft stuff that is in Smash is only owned by Microsoft because they acquired the company that made it. Banjo-Kazooie was originally owned by Rare and Nintendo before Microsoft bought Rare in 2002.
Yeah.
Minecraft was originally independent before Microsoft bought out Mojang. And Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and Doom are all owned by Bethesda before Microsoft bought them out in 2021.
Yeah.
And I lost my train of thought. And additionally, Doom was owned by id Software, I think that's how it's pronounced, prior to Bethesda buying them out. And Fallout was owned by Interplay, but they sold the rights to Bethesda. So yeah. Oh, interesting. Level 27 attached. I think every new skill learned from like after level 20 is just like stronger versions of pre-existing skills. Alright, last opportunity I have. Yeah, we're not going to finish today.
Yeah.
Final boss takes like 40 minutes. Ooh, money. We'll be switching to Kingdom Hearts fairly shortly. Multiverse's beta's about to start. People are like, Godzilla's too big to be in multiverses, and I'm like, this is Smash speculation all over again. Plus, Iron Giant's right there. Tiger, magical armor.
Love how the magical armor looks a lot like Breath of the Wild armor.
Oh yeah. Maybe it's a reference because both are Nintendo.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like, was the magical armor like that originally, or did they change it for Breath of the Wild?
I don't know. This game originally came out before Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, but actually Breath of the Wild would have already been well in development by then.
Yeah.
So they probably already had a basic idea what the Guardians would look like. Especially since Breath of the Wild's teaser trailer came out years before the game.
Yeah.
And that one actually did have the first Guardian, remember?
Yeah. Like, this game was originally released on the 3DS in Japan only in December 2016. Got a worldwide release in July 2017. And then it recently got ported to Switch with a worldwide release date of May 2021. And I think they regret it because of how much time people spend on creating these abominations. Seriously, the amount of dedication these guys must have, like, jeez.
Honestly, kind of terrifying.
Yeah. Shit, that's a bad outfit. Oh well, we got some XP instead. 2 levels. Learn Ew the Load. Use the food room that makes enemies absent-minded. I'm out of tickets. What I do? So yeah, that's our.
That's it for us.
Well, there's one more boss I want to take down first. Get the OG team because we fought. If you notice the pattern, we fought Bowser and Lucina, which were the bosses of World 1. We bought Mickey Mouse. We bought Mickey Mouse. Wow. We fought Mickey Mouse. Oh shit! What the fuck? We fought Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Which was the boss of World 2. So I think you're starting to see the pattern.
Yeah.
Hello, money. It's huge. Not huge. Alright. Gotta kill this thing fast. Before it kills us. Well, we're fucked. Any last words? Oh,
Damn. I would thought it was hilarious if turns out that was enough to kill it.
Ouch. Okay. Might as well just shield everyone that's alive. Hype anyone up that's also. Inject them with some drugs. Because that does like. I guess this thing has really high defense. Hey. Insert 2. Maybe this'll kill. No? Maybe this'll kill. No? If Papyrus kills an enemy, I'm gonna lose it. How much health does this thing have? Jeez. Can't we just get the horse to help us? That would make things a lot easier. That's 200 damage. Warning 2. Oh, damn. Almost level 30 between these two. Dead. Yeah, I think that was this. I knew it. Maybe I'll try that next time we play.
Yeah.
Alright, tune in next time. We never checked this out. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you just... But you can only get stuff you already own, just in case you want to switch classes or something. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, tune in next time where we finish the game. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Probably. I don't know what else to say.